thanks for having you. In this video you will find a number of verses from the Bible without any commentary, taken as they were, most of them from the KJV, unless otherwise emphasized, all describing a flat earth under the dome. Can you just pretend that you've never heard about the earth being a globe or flat? Just read the verses and let the Bible tell you the real story. Read them a few times if necessary until you understand the message. Don't rely on your previous knowledge. Ponder on these scriptures and ask yourself, what is the Bible really showing me concerning the nature of the heavens, the earth, the sun, moon and stars? What is the Bible telling you? Here are the scriptures selected for you, arranged by topics, starting with the book of Job, followed by Genesis, since most scholars say the book of Job is the oldest in the Bible. Scriptures concerning the nature of the heavens, sky above and their relationship to the earth. Job 9-8, which alone spreadeth out the heavens, and treadeth upon the waves of the sea. Job 22:14, HCSB, clouds veil him so that he cannot see, as he walks on the circle of the sky. Job 37 hours 18 minutes, hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong, and as a molten looking glass. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. 2. And the earth was without form, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. 3. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. 4. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. 6. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. 7. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. 8. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork. Psalm 104:1. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, thou art very great, thou art clothed with honor and majesty. 2. Who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretchest out the heavens like a curtain. 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Proverbs 8:27, ESV, When he established the heavens, I was there, when he inscribed a circle on the face of the deep. Isaiah 40 hours 22 minutes. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Isaiah 44 hours 24 minutes. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb, I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. Isaiah 45 hours 12 minutes. I have made the earth, and created man upon it, I, even my hands, have stretched out the heavens, and all their host have I commanded. Isaiah 48 hours 13 minutes. Mine hand also hath laid the foundation of the earth, and my right hand hath spanned the heavens. When I call unto them, they stand up together. Isaiah 66:1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? Ezekiel 1:26. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. Amos 9:6, NASB, the one who builds his upper chambers in the heavens and has founded his vaulted dome over the earth. He who calls for the waters of the sea and pours them out on the face of the earth, the Lord is his name. Scriptures concerning the nature of the earth below the firmament. Job 9:6. Which shaketh the earth out of her place, and the pillars thereof tremble. Job 26:7. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. Job 26 hours 10 minutes. He hath compassed the waters with bounds, until the day and night come to an end. Job 28 hours 24 minutes. For he looketh to the ends of the earth, and seeth under the whole heaven. Job 37:3 He directeth it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. Job 38:1 Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind, and said, To who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? 3 Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. 4 Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. 5 Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? 6 Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? 7 When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy? Job 38:13 That it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. Genesis 1:9 And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. 10 And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. 11 And God said, Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself, upon the earth, and it was so. 12 And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself, after his kind, and God saw that it was good. 13 And the evening and the morning were the third day. 1 Samuel 2:8 He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory, for the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. 2 Samuel 22:16 And the channels of the sea appeared, the foundations of the world were discovered, at the rebuking of the Lord, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. 1 Chronicles 16:30 Fear before him, all the earth, the world also shall be stable, that it be not moved. Psalm 18:15 Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. Psalm 75:3 The earth and all the inhabitants thereof are dissolved, I bear up the pillars of it. Psalm 93:1 The Lord reigneth, he is clothed with majesty, the Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he hath girded himself, the world also is stablished, that it cannot be moved. Psalm 96:9 O worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness, fear before him, all the earth. 10 Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth, the world also shall be established that it shall not be moved, he shall judge the people righteously. 11 Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad, let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Psalm 102:25 Of old hast thou laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. Psalm 104:5 Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. 6 Thou coveredst it with the deep as with a garment, the water stood above the mountains. 7 At thy rebuke they fled, at the voice of thy thunder they hasted away. They go up by the mountains, they go down by the valleys unto the place which thou hast founded for them. 9 Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. Psalm 136:6 To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endureth forever. Proverbs 8:27 When he prepared the heavens, I was there, when he set a compass upon the face of the depth. 28 When he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep. 29 When he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth. Isaiah 11:12 And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 40:22 It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Isaiah 43:6 I'll say to the north, give them up. And to the south, don't keep them back. Bring my sons from far away and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Daniel 4:10. Thus were the visions of mine head in my bed, I saw, and behold a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. 11. The tree grew, and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. Jonah 2:6. I went down to the bottoms of the mountains, the earth with her bars was about me forever, yet hast thou brought up my life from corruption, O Lord my God. Matthew 4:8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. 9. And saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. John 17:24. Father, I desire that they also, whom thou hast given me, may be with me where I am, to behold my glory which thou hast given me in thy love for me before the foundation of the world. Revelation 1-7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. Revelation 7-1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Revelation 22:8. He will go out to deceive Gog and Magog, the nations at the four corners of the earth, and gather them for war. They are as numerous as the sands of the seashore. Scriptures concerning the nature of the sun, moon and stars. Genesis 1:14. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years. 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. 16. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. 17. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. 18. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork. 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. 3. There is no speech nor language, where their voice is not heard. 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. 5. Which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. 6. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Psalm 136. 7. To him that made great lights, for his mercy endureth forever. 8. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endureth forever. 9. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his mercy endureth forever. Ecclesiastes 1-5. The sun also riseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. Joshua 10:13. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day. Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, the sun shall be darkened at his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Isaiah 38:8. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which is gone down in the sundial of a hat's, 10 degrees backward. So the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees it was gone down. Habakkuk 3:11. The sun and moon stood still in their habitation, at the light of thine arrows they went, and at the shining of thy glittering spear. Now, what would someone who doesn't have any previous knowledge on the subject think about the heavens, earth, sun, moon and stars after watching this video and reading these scriptures? It's a topic worth thinking about and discussing for sure. The Earth is flat and domed. Thank you.